Bagfuel, baby.
How did you connect with the G Unit branch?
Well,
and Fifth loves you, B.
Yeah, that's my
like
dog.
I remember when we got the news.
Yeah, that was
you
on
was
my way.
going in.
Oh yeah.
We was there. He was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah.
Like he felt the way.
Yeah, like my old Steve Brody from Philly. He used to do concerts.
Okay.
And he gained a relationship with him.
Okay.
And me and him connected. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna make sure, I introduce you to him. And he kept his word and he did that. But it was still
waiting
trial.
period.
It was,
waiting period.
was
I gotta fill you out.
You know what I mean? And honestly, like I give all thanks to Yayo. Because me and Yayo was the one that really, really connected.
Okay.
And Yayo was the one that like came to Philly and we had a big show and I had literally 100 guys with me and he went back to Fifth and was like, yo, 5, this nigga Mike Knox is serious. This nigga had 100 niggas with me in the club. Like, he like, what? So it was like, he's like, yo, bring him to the house and we went to the party and it still was time because what people don't understand about him is, and I'm kind of like that in a way, like when somebody do something to me, I'm kind of short on other people. So it's like, I ain't really making no room for nobody. And that's like when the game shit started. That's when I like came around, like right when the game shit like kind of kicked off and it was like, you got somebody that you put on that you ain't know from a can of worms and you made this nigga a multi-millionaire and he starts fucking acting crazy. So here come another street guy, you know what I'm saying,
Is
from
he gonna
Philly.
Is he gonna act crazy too?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So it's
fair.
like, that had to be built in time and it got built. And then honestly, I could say, I don't think that I was ready.
Got you.
What you mean you weren't ready?
I wasn't ready.
Speak on that. I speak on that about him, about things.
Because
too.
me, I'm
Go ahead.
opposite. I look at dudes and I say, you are ready. And they be like, where do you see it? And I'll streamline everything fast for them.
Right.
I'll take care of whether it's the thought process or even slight insecurities or confidence. I got you.
I had insecurity. He talking about me because I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about this whole thing when we started this like 3 years ago.
Right.
But he saw something in me that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So when we first got on, when I first got on, because he been on,
right.
He was like, well, but you got the relationships. Yo, let's just get the people. Let's go to the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get this one. Let's get that one.
Yeah. Like, what we doing? Yeah.
I was like, I'm not ready.
Not ready, yeah.
I got to get my weight up. I got to get used to doing this
Yeah.
before I stretch myself out. Because if I do that and it's not right,
it's going to hurt you.
It's going to hurt me.
And I went through that.
How go through the process of understanding how you weren't ready?
I think at that moment I wasn't ready because at that time, G Unit was the label that was one of the biggest labels in the industry. And you had to be doing some serious numbers. And you got to think, he had Mobb Deep, he had
MOP.
Ye came home and did scanned damn near $1 million just on house arrest. You know what I'm saying?
Buck.
Banks kept doing $1 million, $2 million every time. Then Buck was doing $1 million, $2 million. Then we already know what Fifth was doing. And then Game did 5, 6, 7, 8 million. So it's like, I got to make a hit. You see what I'm saying? And I had a lot of pressure. I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself instead of just being myself because I didn't come in really as an artist. I came as a fucking goon. I was a goon first. You see what I'm saying? And I think I would revert to that first before reverting to making the proper records that I needed to make.
Did you ever have that convo with Fifth? Like, yo.
I had a zillion conversations with Fifth.
Like, about making a hit record?
He used to always tell me in the beginning, he would say, you get it here and I'm going to take it there.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like like I said, from him helping so many people then, I think it kind of made him like, niggas got to do this shit on their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going through that shit no more.
Yeah.
And I respect it now because I didn't understand it then, but I respect it now.
So you feel like you were a victim of timing? Bad timing?
I ain't a victim.
No, but like, if the game...
If the timing was different.
Yeah.
I mean, only God knows.
But you wasn't ready.
I just wasn't ready.
You wasn't
That's
ready.
fair.
So even if the time, I think that
I wasn't
sometimes
ready.
you got to be thankful and blessed for what he had. He has the relationship,
Yeah.
and now he
Still.
has more longevity.
And I learned a lot being around. From that time that I felt like I wasn't, I learned so much.
What were some things you were learning that people would never be able to understand?
I got to see a lot of $1 million deals happen in front of my face.
What's it like closing $1 million deal, seeing it close? Because
It's chilling. I watched them close movie deals. I watched them close drink deals. I watched a lot of things happen.
Is it like how people think it is in the TV and movies? Because
it's better. Because you know beforehand what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about prior to me going to jail. We're not talking about me getting out. It got different with me because honestly, I went in for 7 years.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm done with rap. Like, it's fucking over. Like, I start thinking that this is what they say about us Philly niggas. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, I'm done. And I got a family to support. So it's like, yo, I was going to come home and get a job. No, I couldn't go and be in the streets no more. Like, honestly.
You was going to get a J.O.B.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was done. I wasn't even listening to music no more. You couldn't play nothing for me.
That's how I am about music now. I don't really I'm going to be real. I just started listening to music again.
Right, I was.
In the last couple months.
And what happened to me, honestly, so many people when I was in the jails, like I'm talking about the nurse, the dentist, the guard, they kept saying like, you got to do something with your voice. Like you can't, to me, it was like a God calling thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I mean? And then like, even my wife, I'm telling her like, man, I think I'm like, she was like, you know, I just can't see you not doing it because I know how you feel about it. I'm like, you know, I start kind of playing with it again. You know what I mean? Then I think when I start getting closer to coming home, it was like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I came home, start working.
And then what was the feeling when you started working, when you know that you're making waves now and you got people paying attention to you?
I was kind of used to that part, but he was paying attention to me a little different.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel that same way about myself. Cause we just walked in the spot the other day, and it felt like the lights came on. I said, "Oh shit, niggas are feeling me like that." I was shocked. Then we go to the next spot. The lights come on again when I walk up in there.
You, and I'm like,
I call it the beaming. They start beaming you, and you know, niggas who's been wolves for so long, it's a different feeling when the wolves' eyes are on you, but not on some, you know, confrontation or a lick move. It's more of a, yo.
I could do that shit too.
I had to realize that. Like, listen, I can say it now. I'd be somewhere and somebody be looking, they be like, yo, Knox. And I'd be like, who?
I've done that before.
I'm like, who is that?
You see me do that.
Damn, that nigga look just like you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I had to kind of get used. And she used to tell me all the time, like, you gotta, like, people know, like, they know you are.
Yo,
like,
my wife do this. Yo,
yeah, like, she does that.
My wife be like,
that's
yo,
your rock right there.
They are looking at you, but you gotta say something. I said, when you turned your head, I did. I nodded at her.
Yeah, that's
you know
not. I'll do that. She be like, why you do that? Why you ain't talk to him? Or like,
I be like, niggas, and niggas be looking. I'll be like, but you want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Come on, let's take a picture,
it's
bro.
so hard to do it. Like, yo, just me taking that picture there, that shit was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. Because I'm like,
I had to get used to it.
You got to.
It's just a part. Yo, if taking a picture is gonna keep my popularity and money coming, consider it done.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
If you put the business right in front of my face, that's what I gotta do. That's not demeaning or nothing.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm doing it because the hardest part of doing what we're doing is not the actual making the records or talking on camera. It's after the camera and the mic is off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to do the stuff, the marketing, the promo, shake hands, kiss babies. They don't understand that. Give, go out, do support for support groups and all that type of stuff.
You got to believe in yourself more than everybody else.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's easy for people to just say do this and do that, but you got to get up and do it.
Yeah, you know, people always think they're an expert when of your life more than anybody else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
They're like, Mike, if I were you, I would have did it this way. No, you don't. You don't know what it was for me to do 7 years. You don't know what it is for me